I was 20. I had just turned 28 when I did Boba Fett.
Okay.
I'd only been in the industry for 3 years.
Oh wow.
That was maybe my fourth assignment as an animator. I'd been animating full time only a year.
Oh wow. And that was the first one you directed too, right?
That's quick.
I'm sorry?
That was the first one you directed too.
No,
right?
I didn't direct that one.
Oh, you didn't do it.
I developed how Boba Fett worked, and
Gotcha. I like the look of Boba Fett in that short. Like there's something about it. I really like what you did with the character.
Well,
it feels acid trippy to me, really, which I like.
It's a thing of I was trying to do something. TV did not do a full animation. We did. This was a planned animation thing. We were really doing the very best we could. But you know what? It had the feeling of Mobius and Heavy Metal Magazine, and that's what the direction we got from Lucas, is that he wanted it to feel like a Heavy Metal Mobius cartoon.
I think you guys nailed it, because
you nailed that.
When I see the design of it, I see Mobius's influence in there.
Oh yeah, it's all there. So yes, and so that's what we did. But you know what, you have to go and be willing to try things. And I tried. I attempted to gauge Boba Fett as a he was a bounty hunter. He was a gun. He was a
gunslinger,
a gunman. Basically. And so I would treat him that way. The things, but with his gloves and, just everything about him he was a hired gun.
Yeah.
It was basically Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Well, even the betrayal, everything screams spaghetti western from that short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there you go. So that's what we did. I mean, the script was from Lucas and his team, so we had that. And so I think that was the first time. Yeah, and you could go back and look at and really study to see what animation was going on there. When we did it, and it appeared in the only time the November of 1978. No one had ever hit another animal on TV until I whacked the dinosaur, his dinosaur mount with his pitchfork weapon.
I love it. That's great. No, I for a long and did you ever get feedback from Lucas after? Did Lucas like it?
Well, from what I understand, he disavowed everything. He didn't want anything.
Well, I know he hates the holiday special, but did he like the animation?
I never got any feedback on that.
Oh, you never did? Okay.
No.
I mean, honestly,
I kept my drawings. I kept my really rough drawings.
Okay.
And so I kept them, and so I scanned them, and I made sure I had them. But they were basically the kind of drawings, the very rough ones. I would redraw them, and that was what would go into production. So basically, what I kept were basically scraps. The initial 30-second, 1-minute sketches that you would do as animation, but it was all the energy in there. So I kept those.
Yeah, I mean, because the holiday special, the only thing everyone I ever know talked about was the Boba Fett short.
It was the coolest part.
Everything else was just like, who cares? The Life Day stuff, all that nonsense.
Well, but actually, in the first, when I saw Boba Fett in The Empire Strikes Back and then Return of the Jedi, right? No, it was no.
Yeah, it was Empire briefly, and then
briefly in Return.
And briefly in Return, where he meets his demise allegedly until later on.
After seeing those two, seeing those two, I said, I've got more screen time in my cartoon than Boba Fett had in the live action.
Yeah, you really did.
You do.
He's
You do.
he's the most developed character in your cartoon than he was in any of the original trilogy for sure.
Right.
Because he actually interacted. He spoke. He betrayed
He had
rules in the
something
game.
to do.
Right.
He wasn't just sitting there and says, okay, shall I freeze dry him or what? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, yeah. Okay.
No, that's great.
What?
What?